Series. Zerga's Fifth Dimension. Episode 2. The Primal Mover. Written by John Zerga Jr. ACT-1. The deletion. The house closes. Int. The Tribunal. Timeless. Visual direction. We pick up exactly where episode 1 ended. The universal remote in Ace Rothstein's hand has clicked. This is not a fade to black. It is a violent, digital evisceration. The Beetlejuice bureaucracy, the infinite stacks of legal paperwork, doesn't catch fire. It unrenders. The paper turns into wireframe geometry, then into raw green binary code, then into a screaming white void. The checkerboard floor dissolves into static. The characters are stranded on shrinking islands of obsidian, drifting apart in a zero-gravity nightmare. The air smells of ozone and burnt copper. It tastes like a 9-volt battery placed on the tongue. The glitch is sensory. It hurts to breathe. The orb, the Shahina, is screaming, a sound like a massive turbine shearing its bolts. Scree thumb scree. It is the sound of God's engine seizing up. Ace Rothstein. He stands on a floating slab of marble. He is the only thing in the universe not glitching. He checks his watch. He is calm, professional, annoyed. Don't take it personally. It's just business. He looks at Gordon Gekko, whose arm is pixelating into blue dust. You had a good run, Gordon. But you over-leveraged the soul. You borrowed against equity you didn't have. Now the bank is calling the note. Gordon Gekko, staring at his dissolving hand. He feels the phantom pain of erasure. He winces, clutching a wrist that is no longer there. I can fix this. I can restructure. Just give me a bridge loan. I'll give you 2025. I'll give you the next decade. He screams at the void, his voice cracking. I am too big to fail. Ace, lighting a cigarette, the flame is blue and steady against the chaos. You can't buy time, pal. Time is the one commodity you can't corner. You're not a player anymore. You're a write-off. He turns to the void, speaking to the entropy like a pit boss directing a dealer. Clean it up. Wipe the server. Start the format. Sophia, she stands by the roaring orb. Her robes are whipping in the cosmic wind, turning transparent at the edges. She shouts to be heard over the noise. It is not over until the engine cools. Ace. She turns to the terrified group, her voice projecting like a siren. He is deleting the timeline. He is turning, being, into, nothingness. Feel the static on your skin. That is the loss of memory. If you want to exist, you have to prove you have mass. You have to prove you are necessary. Nurse Ratched, she is trying to maintain order. Her stainless steel cart dissolves into a swarm of digital butterflies that fly into the nothingness. This is highly irregular. I do not consent to deletion. She smooths her uniform, which is flickering like a bad hologram. I am the structure. I am the rules. You cannot have a system without rules. Ace, laughing coldly. Rules, lady, the only rule is entropy. And you just lost. Tyler Durden, he is laughing, a desperate, manic sound. He tries to punch Ace, but his fist passes through Ace like smoke. Can't hit him. He's not real. He's the math. Tyler looks at his own chest. It is flickering, revealing the hollow cage of his ribs. We're the glitch. We're the error code. John Nada. He is on his knees. He forces his sunglasses onto his face. Pav shot through sunglasses. The void isn't empty. It is full of shadows. They are not monsters. They are absences. The silhouette of a child that was never born. The outline of a house that was never built. The ghost of a prayer never said. The universe is being reformatted to zero. Nada rips the glasses off. He looks defeated. It's over. We're just cattle. And the slaughterhouse is open. ACT-2. The turn, the heart and the hands. Visual. The islands of obsidian are breaking apart. The distance between the characters grows. Rosemary Woodhouse is isolated. She is the furthest away. She is the heart. She is the weakest link, so she breaks first. Her legs are gone, dissolved into white noise. She is floating. She is weeping, but she isn't crying for herself. Rosemary, not my baby. Please, take me, but don't take the future. She looks at her hands. They are transparent. We're not people, are we? We're just parts, pieces of something that broke. Ace, checking his ledger. He marks a red line. Emotional overhead, inefficient. The heart breaks too easily. Delete her first. Visual, a wave of white static. A wall of erasure crashes toward Rosemary. Sarah Connor sees it. Sarah is the hands, the defense. She looks at her shotgun. It's useless against the void. She throws it down. She looks at Rosemary. Flashback INTERCUT, 0.5 seconds, rapid fire. Sarah, watching the T-800 lower into the lava. The thumbs up, the loss of a protector. Rosemary, looking at the black crib. The realization of what her child is. The decision to mother it anyway. The merge. Two mothers. Two traumas. One instinct. Sarah Connor, screaming with the force of a tectonic plate shifting. Get away from her. Action. Sarah leaps across the void. It is a physical impossibility. She tackles Rosemary, shielding the smaller woman with her own body. Sarah's back takes the hit of the static. Her tactical vest sizzles and burns, the digital fire eating into her skin. But she doesn't let go. Sarah, gritting her teeth, holding Rosemary tight. I've got you. I've got you. You are not weak. You survived the devil. You survived the betrayal. You are the strongest one here. Rosemary, looking up at Sarah, she sees the burn marks on Sarah's face. The fear in Rosemary's eyes turns to steel. I won't let them win. Sophia, watching them, a smile flickers, proud, ancient. The hands protect the heart. Contact, sound, a loud, metallic clank. Like a massive transmission finding first gear. The island under Sarah and Rosemary stops dissolving. It solidifies. It begins to glow with a golden light. The static recedes around them. Ace, frowning, he taps his ledger with his pen. Anomaly detected. Self-sacrifice yields a negative return on investment. Why is she doing that? It violates the survival algorithm. Sophia, because she's not a calculator. Ace, she's a mother. She turns to the others. Look, the machine starts with connection. You are not individuals. You are components. Find your socket. Find your function. ACT3, the Godzilla alliances, friction creates heat. Visual, the safe zone, created by Sarah and Rosemary is the only stable ground. The others realize they must link up or die. They have to combine their divine gifts to cancel out their fatal flaws. Sub-scene A, faith and chaos, the spirit and the adrenaline. Tyler Durden is vibrating with energy, but he has nowhere to direct it. He is pure potential, pure chaos. He is punching the air, leaving trails of smoke. Father Marin is old, weak, clutching his rosary. He is pure endurance, but he has no strength left to stand. Tyler, pacing, like a tiger in a cage. I want to burn it. I want to break it. But there's nothing to hit. It's all just numbers. I can't punch a spreadsheet. Father Marin, stepping forward. His voice is weak, but his eyes are ancient. You cannot punch the numbers, Mr. Durden, but you can burn the lie. He reaches out. He grabs Tyler's bruised, bloody hand. You have the fire, but you lack the altar. Use your rage, but do not use it to destroy. Use it to purify. Marin places his hand on Tyler's chest. I bless your chaos. I bless your rebellion. Righteous wrath is a virtue. Visual. Marin's faith transfers into Tyler. Tyler's eyes stop looking crazy and start looking holy. His fists ignite, not with fire, but with blue plasma. He isn't just an anarchist anymore. He is the Archangel Michael with a crowbar. Tyler, looking at his glowing hands. He smiles, and it is terrifyingly sane. Okay, Father, let's start a riot in heaven. Clank. Second gear engages. The platform expands. Sub-scene B. Truth and cynicism, the voice in the eyes. John Nada is paralyzed. He is staring at the static. Malcolm X towers over him. The voice. Nada, it's rigged. It's all rigged. Ace is right. We're just bad bets. Malcolm X, grabbing Nada by the collar and hauling him up. Get up, John. You see the strings. Good. Then cut them. Cynicism is just cowardice in a mask. You think because you see the ugliness, you are wise. Wisdom is seeing the ugliness and believing in the beauty anyway. Malcolm picks up the sunglasses. He forces them into Nada's hand. Put them on. Look at the truth, not the despair. Ace calls us a bad bet. I say we are the only bet. Nada. He looks at Malcolm. He feels the heat of the voice. He puts the glasses on. Paw shot. Ace Rothstein isn't just a man. He is a construct of gears and wires. And behind him, there's a switch, a fuse box labeled, Judgment. Nada smiles. It's a grim, working-class smile. I see it. I see the fuse box. Clank. Third gear. The platform connects. Sub-scene C. Sensation and order, the nerves and the immune system. Nurse Ratched is terrified. Chaos is her enemy, and the void is pure chaos. Catherine Trammell is bored, but her hand is shaking as she lights a cigarette. Catherine. Well, nurse. Looks like your rules don't apply in the vacuum. She shivers. It's cold. I hate the cold. It feels like nothing. Nurse Ratched. She looks at Catherine. She sees the vulnerability behind the seduction. The cold is disorderly. Ratched straightens her cap. She makes a decision. She steps next to Catherine. I cannot control the void. But I can control us. She links arms with Catherine. It is stiff, awkward, but firm. You feel too much. I feel too little. Together, we are stable. I will hold the line. You provide the vitality. Catherine, surprised. She leans into Ratched. The smoke from her cigarette turns into a solid ribbon of steel. You know, Mildred, for a sociopath, you're quite warm. Cold heat. Clank. Fourth gear. The platform is now a solid ring of light. ACT-4. The exclusion, the brain rejects the body. Visual. The cogs are linking up. Sarah holding Rosemary. Marin holding Tyler. Malcolm holding Nada. Ratched holding Catherine. Gordon Gecko, seeing the market turn, runs to join them. I'm buying in. I'm buying in. Put me on the board. Clarice Starling and Dr. Sam Loomis form the moral center, flanking Sophia. But Hannibal Lecter stands alone. He is on a separate shard of obsidian, drifting closer to Ace Rothstein. Ace, watching the unity form, he looks annoyed. He lights another cigarette. Sentimental sludge. They're forming a union. I hate unions. He looks at Hannibal. And you, Doctor, are you going to join the circle jerk? Or are you a man of reason? Hannibal. He looks at the group. He looks at Rosemary's tears, Tyler's rage, Malcolm's sweat. It is messy, Ace. Biological functions are so wet, so inefficient. He steps onto Ace's platform. I admire your calculus. It is clean. 0, 1, life, death. I choose the mind. I choose the silence. These people, they are just meat struggling to avoid the grinder. I prefer to be the one turning the handle. Ace, nodding respectfully. Smart play. You're a sharp guy, Hannibal. You understand the house edge. Ace opens his ledger. I'm transferring your equity to the house. You survive. They delete. Sophia, her voice booming. Look at him. The brain has rejected the body. Hannibal Lecter has chosen intellect without love. He is the cancer. He is the Nazi science. He believes he is superior because he does not feel. Do not envy him. Pity him. Hannibal, smiling. The smile is chilling. Pity is for the prey, Sophia. And I am never the prey. ACT-5. The ignition, locomotion. Int. The tribunal, the final stand. Visual. The 13 cogs stand in a circle around the ORB. They are linking arms. The energy is chaotic. It is not a perfect harmony, it is a grinding. Sparks fly where Tyler touches Marin. Steam hisses where Ratched touches Catherine. This is the sound of a cold engine forcing itself to turn over. Chug, chug, chug. Ace, raising the universal remote. It's too late. The spread is covered. Delete all. Visual. Ace presses the button. A massive beam of anti-light static shoots from the void toward the circle. Sophia, narrating the flow of energy, the foreman calling the shots. Hold the line. The spirit feeds the chaos. The chaos feeds the stomach. The stomach feeds the hands. Rosemary, the heart, pump the blood. Rosemary Woodhouse, she is in the center. She closes her eyes. She thinks of her baby. She thinks of the pain. She thinks of the love. She screams. We are flawed, but we are trying. Sound. Thumb thumb thumb. The orb responds. It doesn't flare. It ignites. The pillar of fire turns white hot. The energy shoots out of the orb, into Rosemary, and then into the circle. The circuit split diopter shots. Love Rosemary hits defense Sarah. Defense hits law Clarice. Law hits truth Malcolm. Truth hits vision Nada. Vision hits spirit Marin. Spirit hits chaos Tyler. Chaos hits greed Gecko. Greed hits ambition transformation. Sophia, locomotion. Visual. The circle begins to spin. The characters blur into a ring of pure light. The static beam from Ace hits the ring and bounces off. The math changes. The numbers on Ace's LED face start scrolling so fast they blur. 0%, 12%, 40%, 88%. Ace, staring at his ledger. He looks genuinely shocked. What is this? The numbers, they're changing. Variable introduced. Free will. Variable introduced. Grace. The odds are shifting to the player. Tyler Durden, his voice echoing from the spinning ring. He is pure adrenaline. The house doesn't always win, Ace. Sometimes the players flip the table. John Nada, we're not drawing dead, We're drawing live. Sophia, raising her staff. The often wheels above her spin wildly. The primal mover accepts the motion. The machine is online. Visual. The orb explodes. Not destruction. Creation. A shockwave of golden light blasts outward. It hits the static. The static turns back into the cosmos. It hits the wireframe walls. They turn back into reality. It hits Ace Rothstein. ACT-6. The resolution, the new odds. Visual. The light fades. We are back in the waiting room. But it is different. The purple bruise sky is gone. It is now a dawn sky, gold, pink, hopeful. The Beetlejuice papers are neatly stacked. The air smells like rain and ozone. The engine is humming smoothly. The characters are fading. They are becoming transparent, but peaceful. They are returning to their timelines. Gordon Gekko, straightening his tie, he looks humbled. Velocity. It's not about money. It's about movement. He looks at Sophia. I'll try to build something real this time. No bubbles. Malcolm X, nodding to Gekko. Build it right, Gordon. Or I'll be waiting. Tyler Durden, fading out, giving a salute with a hand that still glows faintly. We burned the lie, Father. He winks at Marin. See you in the pews. Father Marin, smiling tiredly. God bless you, you beautiful disaster. Rosemary, she looks at Sarah. Thank you. Sarah Connor, fading. There's no fate but what we make. Keep fighting. Visual. They are gone. Only Sophia, Ace, and Hannibal remain. Ace Rothstein, he is dusting off his suit. He looks at his ledger. He clicks his pen. Well, I'll be damned. He looks at Sophia. They covered the spread. The VIG is paid. I underestimated the hope variable. It ruins the actuarial tables, but it keeps the lights on. He puts his sunglasses back on. The house remains open, Sophia. But I'm adjusting the odds. 2025 is no longer a sure loss. It's a push. He turns to leave. The house took a hit this round, but the game's long. I'll see you at the next table. Ace vanishes in a cloud of casino glitter. Visual. Now, Hannibal Lecter. He is standing where Ace left him. But he isn't fading back to reality. He is fading into static. He looks at his hands. They are turning into gray noise. Hannibal, calmly analyzing his own erasure. He touches his face. His fingers pass through. Interesting. I am not returning. Why? Sophia. Sophia. She walks up to him. She looks sad. Because you chose the mind over the body, Hannibal. The machine runs on connection. On friction. On love. You have none. You are a cog with no teeth. You don't fit in the engine anymore. She gestures to the void. You wanted the silence. You wanted the pure math. Here it is. The void is yours, Hannibal. He looks into the infinite nothingness. He smiles. But the smile begins to fracture, turning into scrolling numbers. Finally, no more rudeness. He whispers. 0, 1, 0, 1. Visual. Hannibal dissolves into white noise. He is gone. Not dead, just disconnected. Sophia. She walks back to the head of the table. She leans on her staff. She looks into the camera. Rod Serling delivery. Sophia. The year 2025. It is still messy. It is still loud. It is still broken. But it is moving. The gears are grinding. The sparks are flying. And that is what the primal mover wants. Not perfection. Locomotion. You are the cogs. You are the pistons. So do me a favor. Don't be still water. Make some noise. Grind the gears. Keep the engine running. She blows out the candle on the table. Smoke curls up. Sophia. Case dismissed. Fade to black. Text on screen. Zerga's fifth dimension. The truth is a contact sport.